Welcome to AlphaCars Motorcycles. Today, I'm excited to share with you this 2015 Porsche Panamera 4S. In this video, we're going to take a detailed look at this Panamera, learn about the condition and some of its desirable factory options. This vehicle is available at the date of this video posting on alphacars.com, so feel free to give us a call or send us an email if you'd like to learn more about this Panamera. This vehicle has only 43,000 original miles, one previous owner. It's had some really nice dealer service done, including the recent 40,000 mile service completed at the Porsche dealer. This is the 4S model, so it does have the twin turbo 3-liter V6 and the 7-speed PDK transmission, which that means 420 horsepower, enabling this Panamera to go 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. So in this video, like I said, we're going to take a close look at it. And if you are interested in this Porsche, but you're not local to us here in New England, don't sweat it. Give us a call, send us an email. We have many vehicle transportation options, and we can make the buying process very easy for you. But now let's take a detailed look at this Panamera. First, we'll do an exterior walk around of the Porsche, and I will comment, this vehicle has over $21,000 in factory options, including the Premium Package Plus, Sport Package, these awesome 20-inch RS Spyder wheels, the LED headlights, and more. As I mentioned in the intro, you can view all of the detailed packages, vehicle history, even the paint thickness readings from each metal panel. You can view all those on our listing on alphacars.com. But now, as we take a look at the exterior condition, I'll make some comments here. As we look at the hood, going down to the headlights and the front bumper, it has really no considerable, pitting or rock chips on the front bumper. Another big perk of this car, it hasn't been drilled for the front license plate. So then if you live in a state where you don't need the front license plate, you don't have the damaged bumper that unfortunately a lot of vehicles end up with. That's a big plus to me. Now let's go down the passenger side of the vehicle. I did just drive this over to our Acton location, which is where we are right now. About a 15-minute drive, 10 or 15 minutes. So there is a little bit of the road spray up on the side of the car here and there. If you see anything that might look like an imperfection, it most likely is just the road spray. If there is an imperfection, I will bring it out and tell you about it, as we are full disclosure here. But the passenger side looks great. Same thing with the windshield, no obvious damage or chips. And with the roof as well, sunroof, rear glass, everything is just looking very nice. This car does have window tint on it. As you can tell, it does have some really nicely installed window tint even on the windshield, and we decided to leave it on there because for the right buyer, that's really a value added feature. A lot of buyers or a lot of people prefer to have their cars tinted, and at least for me, I like a vehicle with window tint, so that would save you a considerable amount of money, probably around $1,000, even more with that full windshield tint on this car if you do like it. But if you don't want the tint, we can remove it for you for a cost. We can safely remove it for you, but that is just the option we wanted to leave up to the buyer. Now that we have covered the window tint, looking at the rear bumper now, the quad exhaust tips back here, the bumper cover, everything is in really nice condition. Like I said, there's a little bit of the road spray there just from the journey over here, but everything looks really nice. The wheels on this side look really nice as well. A little bit of light imperfections here and there that you may be able to pick up on. They're hard to pick up on taking the video right now, but just from normal use, you might find a little bit of evidence of that. But now looking down the driver's side, no obvious dings, scratches, or dents. You would be able to tell because the panel reflects the light differently in those areas. Once again, just very clean and orderly. And the vehicle does have the factory paint protection right here, that kind of yellowish piece. That is the factory PPF applied to the door. to protect it from the stone chips from the wide front tires there. Now let's open up the cargo compartment. We have just a button right here. I like how Porsche kind of hides that in plain sight. We have the automatic lift gate come up here. I do apologize for some of the lighting. The interior can be a little dark in spots being inside the building here. But let me show you, we have all of the factory floor mats with the vehicle. Factory Porsche right there. And even the driver's mat, like look at the driver's mat, how clean that is. There's really no wear on it, just a little bit of fuzz right there. And yeah, everything presents great on those. And looking in the cargo area of this car, it almost doesn't look like anything was put back here. It's super clean. We've got the storage capability in there. We also have the under floor storage here. And then the factory sort of tire goo and roadside repair kit there, all as it should be. And there's even a nice little outlet hidden up here. You can maybe put some devices or phone or camera batteries or whatever to charge in there while you drive. And there is a nice cargo cover as well. And this is removable if you maybe had some bigger cargo. And the seats also fold down as well, sort of a 60-40 split there. So I'm going to do that right now. And then we can see that it actually, you end up with a lot of room in this sedan. This Panamera, these cars are like the perfect blend of performance and luxury, in my opinion, and practicality, because now that we have these seats down, we've got all this room to pass things through here. And of course, you can remove the cargo cover as well. That I recommend two hands, so we're gonna leave that be for the video. But we can see like everywhere, even in the little nooks and crannies, everywhere is just super clean in this car. And it was just clearly very well taken care of. So now as we push these seats back up here, let's take a look at the rear seating area. All the leather condition looks amazing. Very comfortable seats back here. I love the one-piece style. Little imperfection. It's not damage, it's just like a little spot where maybe something was pressing on the seat a little bit, but that is the only thing I have to note back here. We do have the armrest that comes down here, and then storage inside. And then I actually had a water bottle in here in the little cup holder between the seats. And this also stows away like that. And these rear seats, they are heated. They do have their own power outlets back here. And there is 4-zone climate control in this car. So each side of the rear has its own climate control, which is pretty nice. And we can see there's also vents in the B pillars there. So that's a luxurious thing to see. Let's take a look at the headliner from here as well. And the headliner presents the same, no stains or damage or anything like that, as we see there. And same thing with the all the door cards, the leather, everything just presents in such nice shape. Now what I'm gonna do is open up some of these doors to get some more lighting in the car for us. And let's get into the passenger compartment. So we've got the passenger door card here. And I love the Porsches that have this little expandable cubby. A lot of the cars, the Porsches from this era have that. Looking at the front seats, I see nowhere or very little evidence that this passenger seat was sat in, honestly. And these have all the adjustability. We have the electric functions there, and then the Panamera 4S aluminum panel. Taking a look at our glove box, the soft open function works great, and there is the original manuals in here and the getting to know your Panamera little booklet. There are some pictures of those in the online listing, as well as detailed pictures of the rest of the car. Lastly, let's move to the driver's area, probably the most exciting point of the Panamera here. Same thing, looking for any sort of wear or discoloration on the leather or surfaces. I don't see any. We've got the little pop-out pocket there. We've got window controls as well as controls for the rear hatch, and our mirror functions there. And our seat memory functions are right there. And that memory does include the mirrors and the steering column. The steering column does adjust electronically as well, as you can hopefully see that moving in and out. But before I take a seat in here, let's take a look at the seat. And even the driver's seat is like flawless in this car. Highly adjustable, super comfortable, and there's no wrinkles or any sort of wear on this bolster. It all looks fantastic. There is a little bit of dirt in the little plastic protector there, just from driving the car over here, and we did have someone already take it for a test drive. But the carpets are in excellent condition. We just have the plastic protecting them there. And now, if I get in the Panamera, what I'm gonna do is turn on just the ignition for now. Since we're indoors, you can't really let the engine run for super long. We can see the dash condition, everything looks great, as well as the steering wheel. I don't see any wear or damage to any points, common points of the steering wheel here. And looking at the gauges at the time of this video, 43,255 miles. And this car does have a navigation. We can go to the map right here, and even indoors it's actually accurate of where we are. The front seats are heated and ventilated. We've got all of our different adjustability functions here, like the Porsche Sport exhaust. We've got our suspension adjustability, our different sport modes there. And this car having the Sport package with the Sport Plus, actually when you press that, it illuminates on the steering wheel right here, which is pretty cool. But this car also has the limited slip diff in the back, the Porsche torque vectoring, I believe it is. So when you really push this car, the discerning driver will really appreciate that. It's actually a very sought after function or package of these vehicles rather. And now let's start it up briefly since we're inside. Starts right up, idles super smooth. The PDK transmission is super responsive, really. Between the PDK from Porsche and the DSG from Volkswagen, these dual clutch transmissions are really, in my opinion, some of the most exciting and best on the market, and just super responsive. They shift lightning fast, just impressive all around. And now, lastly, as we take a look at the engine compartment, I will talk about the service this car had at Porsche just before we acquired it. At 43,200 miles, 217 miles at the Porsche dealer, it had a new front and rear brakes. That means pads and rotors. It had new brake fluid. The battery was replaced. It had an oil service. The PDK fluid service, which is, I believe, due every 40,000, so that's right on time. Spark plugs replaced, engine filter, air filter replaced, cabin air filter replaced or cleaned, and then the windshield wipers replaced as well. So as we take a look in the engine compartment, everything is just super, super clean, well maintained, and you can even see in the side of the brake fluid reservoir there, it's bright yellow. I'll even take this a step further. Check out how clear and clean that fluid is, kind of a greenish yellow as it should be. And taking a look at the rest of the engine compartment there, just super clean and impressive. So now, as we shut the hood, and now we end up with all of the doors open on the Panamera, since we just took a nice thorough look at it. I hope you enjoyed watching and learned something new about the Panamera. Most importantly, you got to know the condition as if you were here looking at it with me. That's the purpose of this video. If the purpose was to look through every single feature and function, well, the video would be hours long because this car is packed with so many of them. But this has been Ian reporting from our Acton location. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the latest motoring content.